In the meantime, enjoining orders were issued by the courts recently, preventing the implementation of a decision arrived at by the UNP leadership and the working committee, and preventing an appointment made by the working committee. The district court in Mount Lavinia issued an enjoining order preventing the implementation of a decision arrived at by the UNP working committee to extend the term of the party leader to 6 years. Meanwhile, opposition and UNP leader Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed these views in Parliament on the 8th of this month.
This House need not bow before a court. This House has the power to speak on court verdicts and raise questions on court verdicts. I have done so myself. I and our party are the ones who are most inconvenienced by the courts through enjoining orders, but there are places to speak of these things. We have this House. They will hand down orders. Orders will be revoked. This is not a problem. Meanwhile, the District Court of Colombo issued an enjoining order yesterday preventing the office bearers appointed by the UNP Working Committee and party leadership to the National Lawyers Association from taking office. 2 enjoining orders have been issued by the courts over the past 2 days, preventing decisions taken by the UNP leadership and Working Committee from being implemented. Former ministers and activists of the United National Party state that through the appointment of friends and associates of the party leader to positions of power in the working committee, the party is being dragged towards its grave. They say that some of these appointees are people who have absolutely no voter base and have never contested an election. Former UNP activists state that another reason for the party's defeat is the dismissal of MPs who came first in their respective districts from the working committee and their replacement by MPs who came in second. UNP is the biggest political party in the country. Today, because of the activities of the current leader Ranil Wickremesinghe, many talented individuals have deserted the party. The main reason for this is the personal friends surrounding the leader who have been appointed to the working committee. Due to this group of friends who act according to his whim and fancy, numerous talented and active politicians have deserted the party. It is guaranteed that this is what has led the party to defeat. Former ministers of UNP government state that the voter base of the party is deteriorating on a daily basis as decisions are made by a group of people who have no voter base and as such are out of touch with the people but are yet members of the working committee. They say that immediate steps must be taken to remove such individuals from the working committee and to protect the single largest political party in the country through leadership that can win the hearts of the people. They say that it is still not too late to embark on such a venture. The working committee must represent all of Sri Lanka, even the villages. It will not do to simply have henchmen loyal to the leader in the committee. The majority of the working committee consists of people who have absolutely no voter base. This is completely wrong. This is why the party has deteriorated so much. If we are to win the election, then it is the people in the villages who must go to the polling centre and vote for us, not the working committee who are with Ranil and have no voter base. Not one of them has or will ever get onto the streets and canvass for votes. The party is deteriorating because of this.
Well, Minister of Construction, Engineering Services, Housing, Common Amenities, Vimal Weerawansa says that the increase in bank interest rates has hampered the growth of the construction sector. He pointed out that the need to formulate a program to provide capital to new constructors entering the sector.
The Construct 2012 exhibition organised by the National Construction Association of Sri Lanka was declared open today by Minister Vimal Weerawansa. Many of those in the construction sector have now lost their jobs, even though there is a growth in the sector. The interest on bank loans has increased, and as a result, the possibility of getting established in this sector with the assistance of banks has now decreased. We should find a way to provide capital for constructors. Only then will we be able to witness growth in this sector as well as new contractors coming into the sector.
Rise in the interest rates is going to affect every part of the economy, not one particular sector of the economy. The bigger companies will get more favorable rates, but the small and medium industries will get very adverse rates. If the bigger companies are getting 16-17%, the smaller companies are going to be paying 20%, 25%. Individuals who borrow on home loans, mortgages will also have to pay higher interest rates. So high interest rates is not good news for growth. The economy will slow down in 2012 and also in 2013. The stock market 2 years ago was acclaimed as the fastest growing stock market in the world. Today we have the reverse situation. The stock market has actually crashed.
Welcome back to the news. Senior Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama says that the development of the manufacturing and export sector is of utmost importance in order to ensure economic growth. He made this statement during a function held in Colombo today.
The first ever international plastics exhibition in Sri Lanka was held today at the Sri Lanka Exhibition and Convention Centre in Colombo. The chief guest was Senior Minister Dr. Sarath Amunugama, while the guest of honour was Indian High Commissioner to Sri Lanka, Ashok K. Kanta.
Having secured peace and invested in infrastructure, now we must move to a strategy where we produce regionally and globally. We are ready for that. Now that cannot be done unless we use modern technologies, modern concepts, modern products. Whatever people say about growth, agriculture is no doubt important, services are important, but ultimately what is most important is manufacture and export.
Given your strategic location astride the most important east-west maritime route, your proximity to fast-growing market in India, it should be possible to develop Sri Lanka as a hub, as a production base for plastics industry, which can contribute very significantly to Sri Lankan economy. We agreed on working together to set up a special economic zone in Trincomalee, which could focus on engineering products and auto components, as also a pharmaceutical hub, for which we are trying to work out details. There were several other initiatives which were identified.
Well, time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day.
The Anuradhapura High Court issued notice on 13 individuals today, including the former Chief Minister of the North Central Province, the Secretary to the Governor and the General Secretary of the province, to appear in court on the 22nd of August. Notice was issued following the consideration of a petition that had been filed at the High Court challenging the granting of state vehicles and other fixed and variable assets belonging to the state to the former Chief Minister for election propaganda activity. The petition had been filed by the co-conveners of the We Are Citizens movement in Anuradhapura, Jayatilaka Bandara and Priyantha Fernando. Counsel representing the petitioners noted in court that the Elections Commissioner has clearly stated that it is prohibited to use state assets to promote a political party or other team during the election period. He added that the group, including the former Chief Minister of the province, had violated this ruling by using public property for election propaganda activity. Considering the facts presented, North Central Province High Court Judge Sunanda Kumara Ratnayaka ordered that the 13 respondents to appear in court on the 22nd of this month.